What's up, friends? Glad to be back for another movie reaction, this time for The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And this intro is probably going to be pretty short because I really don't know anything about this movie other than that it is a romance type movie, or there's some romance elements, and then just from what I've seen from the cover of the case that I have, which is that I recognized Ezra Miller's name and then of course Emma Watson's name, but I didn't recognize the third actor's name, so I'll see if once he's on screen if I recognize him. But other than knowing that those two are in it, I don't really know anything about this movie. Haven't really ever heard anyone talk about it other than the people that mentioned to check this one out eventually on the channel in the comments. But this one did win a pretty large poll, so I'm assuming that it's pretty good if that many people chose this one above all the others that were on there. And so for that reason, I'm excited to get into it, find out what it's all about, find out what the story is. But I hope you guys enjoy watching along with me, and so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into The Perks of Being a Wallflower. So that guy Logan's name was listed first, so I'm guessing he's the main character, but he is the one that I don't recognize. Whoa, and Paul Rudd, sweet. That's a good name I recognize. Paul Rudd's great. I'm assuming he's in here for like somewhat of a comedic performance. That's what I'm used to him as, at least.
Dear friend, I am writing to you because she said you listened. You see, I haven't really talked to anyone outside of my family all summer. Tomorrow is my first day of high school ever.
Oh, that's a big move. First day of high school is always intense.
I will visualize what it will be like on the last day of my senior year. I counted, and that's 1,385 days.
It's an eternity. My man's gonna be stuck in here forever.
I'd hoped that my sister Candace and her boyfriend Derek would have let me eat lunch with their Earth Club.
Seniors only.
Already getting rejected, poor man.
On the bright side, one senior decided to make fun of the teacher instead of the freshman.
Prick punch is not a toy. I learned that back in Nam.
This dude's gonna get in mad trouble. Seems like a massive troublemaker.
Are you proud to be a senior, having to take freshman shot? Patty cakes?
My name is Patrick. Either you call me Patrick or you call me nothing.
Okay, nothing.
Ultimate dad joke comeback.
Nothing? Why don't you read first?
Chapter 1, surviving your fascist chop teacher who needs to put kids down to feel big. Oh wow, this is useful, guys. We should read on.
Oh shoot, man. He doesn't give a crap about what anybody thinks. He's just going for it.
I'm Mr. Anderson. I'm going to be your teacher for freshman English. This semester, we're going to learn about Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird.
Heck yes, dude. I'm excited for Paul Rudd in teacher mode.
Well, you can skip the quiz if you tell me which author invented the paperback book. Yeah.
Shakespeare.
That's a great guess, but no. Shakespeare didn't write novels.
Hey, I like him, man. At least he's respectful even when people don't get the right answer.
It's Charles Dickens.
Hey, this guy knows his stuff. Respect. Not too bad for a freshman.
I heard you had a tough time last year. They say if you make one friend on your first day, you're doing okay.
Thank you, sir. But if my English teacher's the only friend I make today, that would be sort of depressing.
I like Paul Rudd already in this movie. I didn't need much convincing because I already like him as an actor, but he seems like a cool teacher.
High school is even worse than middle school. If my Aunt Helen were still here, I could talk to her. I just hope I make a friend soon. Love always, Charlie.
I like how the majority of the perspective has been just through his narration so far.
Hey, Charlie, do you want this?
Are you sure?
He gives me one every week.
Hey babe, this next one might be a little sad, but it reminded me of your eyes.
How could she be refusing these golden tapes?
Did you already do the term paper on To Kill a Mockingbird?
What the heck? People are freaking menaces. What kind of medicine was that? Couldn't read the label. Dang, man, this is sad already. Poor dude hasn't even done anything wrong. No one will talk to him.
Hey, nothing. Hey, nothing.
Suck it, virginity pledges. Suck it.
Dude's very outspoken. Certainly seems to be the atypical high school student that just says whatever they think, not trying to impress anybody.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, you're in my shop class, right? You want to sit over here, or are you waiting for your friends?
No, I'll sit.
Hey, respect, he's nice. Finally a potential friend for this man.
Hey, Sam.
Question. Could the bathrooms here be more disgusting?
Yes. They call it the men's room.
The absolute legend, Emma Watson. Big fan. He definitely chose the perfect time to sit down.
It's nice to meet you, Charlie. I'm Sam.
So, Sam, what's the plan? Are we going to Mary Elizabeth's tonight?
Nope. Got caught watering down her parents' brandy with iced tea.
Oh.
I just go to King's.
We're going to King's after the game if you want to come.
Just like that, my man's part of a group. Nice that he finally has some people that he can talk to.
Do you have a favorite band?
I think the Smiths are my favorite.
Are you kidding? I love the Smiths.
You know, I used to be popular before Sam got me some good music. She'll ruin your life forever.
I like that line. Music's definitely key in relationships.
Hey, thanks for paying, Charlie.
Oh, no problem. Thank you, guys.
God, would you turn it down? You're gonna make us deaf.
So be it. It's rock and roll.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Charlie.
Okay, bye.
Shoot, well, I thought they were genuine friends at first, but if they made him pay for the whole meal, then I don't know, maybe they were just using him for some food. I would hope otherwise, but we'll see, I guess.
Do you always want to be a mama's boy, Derek?
I am not a mama's boy.
You are, because...
Shut up, Candace!
Stop. Charlie, just...
Bro, not a fan of that. Ponytail Derek need to be dealt with real quick.
Hey, look who's here.
Welcome home, Aunt Helen.
Look at you guys.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was a flashback until it cut back.
What are you doing?
Look, I egged him on, and I promise you, he will never hit me again.
Like Aunt Helen's boyfriends?
Dang, seems like a toxic relationship, and Charlie doesn't seem like the guy who could do too much other than just encouraging her to leave him, because Ponytail Derek looks like a pretty big dude.
Oh my God, they're playing good music.
I love it. It is a good song. I like it. Dang, they're getting after it. They've got some moves hidden. I also like that Charlie's posted up on a wall, so he's definitely staying true to the title of the movie right now, being a wallflower. I like this shot. Man's working up the courage to finally get out there. I like how the beat of the music picked up as soon as he got out there and interacted with them. Not sure if that was an artistic choice or if that's just the band.
God, it's freezing.
Oh, but you wore that toasty costume. It's not like it's cute or original. You'd hope it would be warm.
Piss off, Tennessee tuxedo.
Hey, are you sure it's okay that I come?
Yeah, of course.
Charlie's getting into all the cool places with these two. So maybe Charlie willingly paid or offered to pay the meal the other time and they weren't just using him for a free meal like I might have suspected.
Meet Charlie.
Hey, Mary Elizabeth. Alice.
Nice to meet you.
This is Charlie's first party ever. So I expect nice, meaningful, heartfelt blowjobs from both of you.
Patrick just goes straight for the shock value. I like it. Dude has no filter.
Hey, look who's here.
Is that Brad Hayes?
Yeah, he comes here sometimes.
But he's a popular kid.
Then what are we?
Oh shoot, Brad Hayes seems like a big time deal. Popular kid's always the antagonist.
You look like you could use a brownie.
I was so hungry at the dance. I was gonna go to King's, but didn't really have any time. Thanks.
Oh no, they're gonna be hash brownies, aren't they? He's gonna get high off these things. Dudes get initiated right away to his first party.
What do you think about high school?
People wear their letter jackets even when it's 98 degrees out. And why do they give out letter jackets to marching band? It's not a sport.
My man's reached enlightenment right now. Spitting straight facts.
Bob, did you get him stoned?
Come on, Sam. He likes to just look at him.
How do you feel, Charlie?
I just really want a milkshake.
I'm right there with you, my guy. Well, it seems like he's made a bunch more friends. Besides just being entertainment, it seems like they like him.
So I'm guessing you've never been high before.
No. My best friend Michael, his dad was a big drinker, so he hated all that stuff.
Well, where is Michael tonight?
Oh, he shot himself last May.
Oh shoot, we're getting heavy real quick. Bet that's not what she expected to hear. He also just blurted it out almost so casually.
Where's the bathroom?
It's up the stairs.
Thanks, Sam. You're so nice.
Looks like that resonated with her a little bit. Seems like she feels a bit bad for him. I mean, that is a pretty traumatic thing.
Oh. Who was that kid?
Relax, he's a friend of mine.
That's the popular kid, right? That they saw in the other scene? Definitely doesn't seem like something Charlie was supposed to see right there, though.
This has to be our little secret.
Our little secret. Agreed.
Thank you. We'll talk later.
I look forward to that big talk.
Shoot, well, he just gained a bit of big information. He might not even remember it, though, because he's high.
Everyone, raise your glasses to Charlie.
What did I do?
You didn't do anything. We just want to toast our new friend. You see things, and you understand. You're a wallflower.
Oh, shoot, they're just straight up dropping the title right there for him. That's awesome, man. I like these guys. They're cool.
Patrick, we've got to go through the tunnels.
Damn, it's...
Patrick, it's the perfect song.
No. Mama Patrick says no.
Patrick, it's Sam. It's Sam speaking to you right now. I'm begging you to...
Charlie definitely has gotten in with the right people, man. Seems like at least these two genuinely care about him now.
Turn it up!
Got it, Your Highness.
She's quite brave, man, doing that. Gotta be a pretty big rush, though. Not quite the same as flying on a broom.
I feel infinite.
I don't know if that's just the drugs talking or if he legit is just feeling content with his life right now. But I like that line a lot. And that shot of her transitioning coming out of the tunnel to the open city was awesome.
As it turns out, Mr. Anderson is a writer. He even had a play put up in New York once. He and his wife might go back there after this year. I know this is selfish, but I really hope he doesn't.
Dang, man. The one teacher that's actually nice to him and seems to understand him might leave by the end of the year.
When he was a junior, Patrick started seeing Brad on the weekends in secret. No matter what Patrick did, Brad kept saying that his dad would kill him and saying that he was going to hell.
Oof, man, that's rough. They're dealing with some pretty heavy topics just besides starting high school.
And she said that when Sam was a freshman, the upperclassmen used to get her drunk at parties. But I don't care. I'd hate for her to judge me based on what I used to be like.
That's some great dialogue, man. Don't judge anybody else if you don't want to be judged for the same stuff or just your own stuff. I haven't seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show, so I don't know if I'm gonna get any of the references they make to it here. Dude is front and center, though. He's got the best seat in the house.
That delicate satin draped frame.
Is that Ezra Miller? He's going all out with this character. He certainly nailed the performance. Oh, is he gonna involve Charlie in the show now? Brad's enjoying it. I don't know if Charlie's enjoying it too much or if he's just embarrassed, but he's smiling. Patrick's just doing it like you should, man. Just live your life. Don't care what anybody else thinks.
Are you okay?
Got my SAT results back. Oops.
You can take them again.
If I'm going to Penn State main campus, I have to do much better.
I'll help you study for the next one.
There you go. That's the end, man. That's how you get to know her better. Charlie's a cool dude, man. Willing to help out. Dang, I'm a big fan of the editing in this as well. Kind of just puts you in a trance a little bit for a few times.
Man, your mix is morbidly sad, kid. That was something a little bit more upbeat, huh? So, Sam tells me you want to be a writer.
Come on, bro. Don't disrespect his music like that.
Let's get this party started.
I mean, can't hate on the song. This one's a good one as well. Guess it makes sense if they're doing a party. They don't want slowed down songs.
Mr. Anderson, can I ask you something? Why do nice people choose the wrong people to date?
Are we talking about anyone specific?
Yes, he knows exactly what he's going through. Can read him like a book.
We accept the love we think we deserve.
Can we make them know that they deserve more?
We can try.
Bro, that's some golden dialogue. That was unexpectedly profound. In the beginning, I thought Paul Rudd was going to be like a comedic actor in this, but he's doing a very great job with a more subdued, dramatic role.
But hey, Sam, didn't see you come in. You want to start work on probability and statistics?
This is a great frame right here. Love that cut, man. Perfect way to show the passage of time.
Guys, 12:10.
It's been too long. I don't remember if that's a good SAT score. I'm assuming it is, though. It seems like they're celebrating.
Who's your secret Santa?
This collection of presents is so gay that I think I must have given them to myself. I'm gonna have to go with Charlie.
Charlie's a good gift giver. I also like Ezra Miller in this. His performance is really good.
Your last present is on a towel rack in the bathroom.
Will you hand these out while I'm gone?
There's only Secret Santa presents. There's rules, Charlie.
Mary Elizabeth, why are you trying to eat Christmas?
That's a great line. Charlie's not gonna take his friends here for granted.
He knows me. He really knows me.
I guess those are the perks of being a wallflower right there. He knows exactly what all of them cherish.
All right, Charlie. Come on out.
Don't be shy.
Ready for the big reveal. Oh, shoot. This man is one dapper Dan. Absolutely killing it with that suit.
It's a surprise.
You got me a present?
After all your help with my Penn State application, of course I did.
Oh, what? That looks freaking nice. Dang. I love it. Already giving him the head start. Charlie's gonna write something great. I know it.
When I met you,
You were this scared freshman.
now look at you in that suit. You're like a sexy English schoolboy.
Oh, shoot. Man, it could only be my dream to be called a sexy English schoolboy by Emma Watson.
You've never had a girlfriend? Not even like a second grade Valentine?
Nope.
Have you ever kissed a girl?
No.
Oh, here we go. I think she's gonna introduce him to the world of kissing girls right now.
Your first kiss.
I was 11. His name was Robert. He used to come over to the house all the time.
Was he your first boyfriend?
He was my dad's boss.
Oh, yikes, dude. Oh, man. Poor girl. I didn't expect her to have that heavy of a history.
My aunt had that same thing done to her too, and she turned her life around.
She must have been great.
She was my favorite person in the world until now.
Oh, what a line. Charlie's good at cheering people up. I like this guy a lot.
I know that you know I like Craig. I want to forget about that for a minute, okay?
Okay.
I just want to make sure that the first person who kisses you loves you.
Here we go. What a great moment this is right now.
I love you, Charlie.
I love you too.
That was a really, really great scene. I like that a lot. That was some fantastic acting by both of them as well. I'm surprised I don't recognize the actor for Charlie, because he's doing a great job in this movie.
Can you see it, Charlie? The Luminaria is a landing strip for Santa Claus. Why don't you keep an eye out for him, and I will be right back, okay? I'm going to get your birthday present.
Seems like his aunt was an absolute legend. I don't think it's said exactly what's happened to her, right? But I've been really enjoying those few little glimpses back into his childhood.
How you feeling, Charlie? Is it bad tonight?
Not picturing things anymore.
You know, Mom did say that you have good friends now. And maybe if it does get bad again, you can just talk to them, yeah?
I'm guessing maybe Charlie's just dealt with a lot of depression, because obviously he took the pills earlier that I couldn't tell what they were. And it seems like he knows that he's been dealing with some really bad days in the past. Nice transition. There's a lot of clever transitions and scene progressions in this movie. It's trippy, man.
It's gonna be our little secret.
Wait, what the heck? That scene definitely gave me a weird vibe. It's gonna be our little secret. Shoot, man. That's horrible. Love the imagery right there with him making the snow angel. Surely representing that his aunt was his angel and became an angel.
Charlie, have you heard of the Sadie Hawkins dance? Would you maybe want to go with me?
You want to go with me?
I'm sick of macho guys.
I guess that's a compliment. I'm excited, man. They started off a bit rough with each other, but they've made it all the way to going to a dance together.
We're having a good time?
Not really. How about you?
I mean, I don't know. It's my first date. I don't have much to compare it to.
Oh shoot, she saw him, and I don't think she has the right idea about it too. I'm assuming he's just there as a friend, but I also know that he really likes Sam.
Have a beautiful first date. You deserve it.
I'll try not to make you too jealous.
Hey, don't be too ashamed of that line. I respect it. Thought it was pretty clever. I guess I didn't even think too much about it before that this was his first official date. That's one big deal right there.
Where are your parents?
Your club's hosting a cotillion or something racist.
Oh.
They'll be gone all night.
Shoot, bro, Charlie about to get lucky. Dude doesn't look like he's ready for this at all. Just barely had his first kiss a few minutes ago in the movie.
Your heart is beating really fast.
Is it?
Charlie.
Uh-huh.
Do you like me?
Uh-huh.
This man is so freaking nervous. Can't blame him, though. If this is his first experience like this, how would you not be? Whoa, shoot. Charlie is seeing things again. That took me by major surprise as well.
I just can't believe it. I just can't believe you're my boyfriend.
Oh wow. Dang, after one date, there's already the official label. She did not waste any time.
I probably should have been honest about how I didn't want to go out with Mary Elizabeth after Sadie's, but I really didn't want to hurt her feelings.
I feel like he's got to be honest right from the get-go. If it gets too much farther along, it's just going to get harder and harder to break it off if he's not feeling it.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
How's your first relationship going?
It's so bad that I keep fantasizing that one of us is dying of cancer so that I don't have to break up with her.
Oh my gosh, what?
Charlie, truth or dare? Hello?
Dare?
Oh shoot, that editing was insane. I thought this man just decimated her. I was so shocked there for a second.
I dare you to kiss the prettiest girl in the room on the lips. Bob knows.
Whoa, the real one was almost worse than the fake edit they threw in there, because not only did he break Mary Elizabeth's heart, but he just made it awkward for everybody else in there.
I hate to be the one to break this, but there's history with Mary Elizabeth and Sam, other guys, and things that have nothing to do with you, but it's best if you just stay away for a while.
Oh no, and everything comes crashing down. Dang it, bro, I knew that the good times were not gonna last much longer. We've definitely hit the low point.
Brad's father caught them together.
Some kids jumped him outside the owl.
Hey, are you okay?
Not now, Charlie. I'm sorry.
Everybody's going through it right now, too. That sucks for Patrick and Brad. Brad's father looks like an absolute degenerate, man, just beating up his son like that.
Oops. Sorry, nothing.
Please tell me Patrick just goes off on this absolute fool.
You gonna do anything?
This is pathetic, man.
Do you want your friends to know you got those bruises? Really?
I don't know what kind of sick you're trying to pull, but you better walk away right now. Nothing.
Bro, what? What a freaking loser, Brad. How could you turn on him like that?
Say hi to your dad for me.
Whatever, faggot.
What did you just call me? I just called you a faggot.
Let's go, Patrick. Get a good hit in there. So much chaos in the last, 20 minutes.
Patrick!
Oh, he did not just toss her. So many people need to be freaking dealt with in this movie. Oh, Charlie, dude. Love the editing right there, that moment. My guy took down these dudes like it was nothing.
How you doing, Charlie?
Keep trying, but I can't really remember what I did.
You saved my brother.
So you're not gonna scare me?
No.
Can we be friends again?
Of course.
Yes, that's all I needed to hear. Let's go. Need the dynamic duo back.
I'm dating Peter now. He's in college with Craig. He's opinionated. We have intellectual debates. You were very sweet, but our relationship was too one-sided. I know this is hard for you.
At least it's just water under the bridge right now for them. She's got such an eccentric personality. I like it.
Okay, your turn.
There's this one guy. The guy's father, he comes into the basement one night, catches his son with another boy. So he starts beating him. And the boyfriend says, "Stop. You're killing him."
Doesn't sound like a suburban legend to me. That feels like a real story from his life. Is that what happened when he and Brad got caught?
I could meet the love of my life any second. Things will be different now, and that's good. I just need to meet a good guy.
I had a feeling that he was going to think that Charlie was the next opportunity.
I'm sorry. It's
alright.
Like that, all the characters besides just Charlie are very dynamic because you get a feel for all of them. Respect to Charlie for not freaking out too after that and just being there for him.
And Sam got her letter from Penn State.
Our summer session at the main campus immediately following your high school graduation.
Sounds to me like she got in. Let's go. That's fantastic news, but also sad news. Great that she got in after all the hard work, but sad because she's gonna leave him.
Have you decided? I mean, are you going to New York?
My wife and I like it here. I think I might be better at teaching than writing.
The best teacher I've ever had. Thank you.
Oh, that's a great moment. That's a solid teacher right there. Glad that at least there's gonna be one good constant in Charlie's life after this year.
Craig has been cheating on Sam the whole time. When I heard that, I kept thinking about the happy girl in these pictures. Because she doesn't have 1,095 days to go. She made it.
Oh, I'm gonna start feeling real sad if they're all just saying goodbye to each other. Dude just wants the night to last forever. I don't blame him.
I had lunch with Craig today. He said he was sorry and that I was right to break up with him. Why do I pick people who treat us like we're nothing?
Use that Paul Rudd line.
We accept the love we think we deserve.
Heck yeah, let's go. Spit that wisdom again. Still one of my favorite lines from the movie.
Then why didn't you ever ask me out?
Oh, I just want you to be happy.
You can't just sit there and put everybody's lives ahead of yours and think that counts as love. I don't want to be somebody's crush.
She's spitting some real stuff right now. Loving this scene. Like the development of their relationship throughout the movie.
If you knew the things that were in my head most of the time, you'd know how much we're alike and how we've been through the same things. And you're not small, you're beautiful.
Let's go, my guy. This is the relationship that needs to happen. But they can have a great moment here, and it's still going to be sad because she has to leave for Penn State.
What's wrong, Charlie?
Nothing.
What happened to him in that moment? Did he have a vision and it just didn't show us this time in the editing? Maybe he just realized that she'd be going soon. Freak, man, this is sad. Finally get to like the happiest moment of the film and the next minute she's leaving.
Don't wake your sister.
Oh no. Is that what I think it is? Dang it, bro. I had a feeling that that might have been what those things were because I mentioned that I got a weird feeling from that our little secret moment earlier, but I didn't want to believe that that's what it was. Some next level editing too, man. This is incredible. That's so sad. That hit me like a freaking brick wall.
I killed Aunt Helen, didn't I? She died getting my birthday present, so I guess I killed her. Wayne died.
Call the police and send them to my house.
But if I wanted her to die, Candace?
Charlie? Charlie!
Holy cow, dude. I did not see this coming at all. Excellently done filmmaking, though, to change emotions like that and to do it so seamlessly and powerful.
Charlie?
Oh, dude, my heart was beating. This movie is phenomenally edited. The sound design and the soundtrack was incredible in that moment, too.
How do you stop seeing it?
Seeing what, Charlie?
There is so much pain. I don't know how to not notice it.
It makes complete sense now. His dialogue with Sam about how he said they're more similar than she could realize because she talked about how she was abused when she was young and didn't fully realize that that's how he was meaning it.
She was insane. She...
Charlie, you gonna let me help you here?
Okay.
This is amazing. I did not expect this movie to be so deep and dealing with such heavy emotional trauma like it is, but it's doing a fantastic job.
I won't go into detail about all of it, but I will say there were some very bad days. The worst day was the time my doctor told my mom and dad what Aunt Helen did to me.
Can't even imagine what his parents would think right now because it was just going on right under their noses.
Could Charlie come out and play?
Heck yeah, man. I'm glad to see them again. He definitely is in some desperate need of some friendship right now.
I've been away for 2 months. It's another world, and it gets better. And my roommate Katie has the best taste in music. I found the Tunnel song.
Heroes. I'm ready for them to play it again. Such a great song.
I just want you to know that I was in a bad place before I started high school, and you helped me. Even if you didn't know what I was talking about, you made me not feel alone.
Heck yes, let's go. This man's finally gonna be the one to release his inhibitions and be courageous.
But right now, these moments are not stories. This is happening. I am here, and I am looking at her, and she is so beautiful.
Some fantastic writing, bro. I can't comment on that enough. Also throwing in some very existential dialogue in there as well.
You're listening to that song on that drive with the people you love most in this world. And in this moment, we are infinite.
Perfectly done, man. Love the rise of the music as soon as he drops that infinite line. Bro, I did not know that movie was gonna get so freaking heavy at the end. I was not ready for that. Dang, I was trying so hard to keep it together just because obviously like had its ups and downs and everything, and then it just got like really raw and real and dealing with such deep stuff. But I think part of it was just that the characters were so well written and acted that it felt even more hard-hitting, because if they had like told us initially in the beginning of the movie that he had been abused by his aunt, it would have just changed the interpretation of the movie completely, and it wouldn't have been as emotionally impactful. Like the one scene where he has the first kiss with Sam and he says that his aunt is the best person he's ever met, the second best now, something along those lines. Feel so bad for the guy that he'd been dealing with all that emotional weight and guilt up to that point, and especially that he had been kind of looking at it from the wrong perspective with no fault of his own. But I can definitely see why this one won the poll, because it's certainly very impactful. So definitely glad that I got to check this one out. So I just looked up the lead actor to see if he was in anything else that I recognized since this movie, but it didn't look like he was, and so that's probably why I didn't recognize him. But I thought he gave a fantastic performance in this movie, especially with all the various situations that he had to deal with, all the different ranges of emotion that he had to show. I think he covered it all well, and definitely did a great job portraying a character that you can get behind, that you can relate to, that you can get attached to. And so definitely made all the big moments of the film much more powerful because of his great acting, as well as the other two leads of Emma Watson and Ezra Miller. Both of them were phenomenal in this as well. The acting I thought was just great across the board, because I felt like all of them were real kids in that real situation. I didn't see them as actors, which obviously that's usually the best compliment you can give to an actor, is that you don't even see them acting anymore. You just feel like their performances are real. And so definitely helped in immersing me into that story, into the atmosphere that the film created. And I think the way that the film gave me such a feeling of comfort and just enjoyment as it went along through the first little bit, I think definitely contributed to the shift and the power of the shift at the end of the movie, because it just took me by so much surprise, and it gave me like little crumbs that I could pick up on along the way. But as I said, I thought that there may have been something fishy going on, but I didn't really want to believe it, or I didn't really recognize it fully until that reveal. And I thought the cinematography and the editing and the color grade all worked really well in tandem together in this one. The editing, especially during the last 15 minutes or whatever, I thought was just phenomenal. The way that it cut between flashbacks of his own life, of flashbacks of things we'd already seen happen in the film, and then the present, I thought was done in a really great way that wasn't jarring or seemed too jumbled. It all flowed very well, and that was aided by the sound editing and the sound mixing during those moments as well. And I feel like a lot of the filmmaking aspects I've already touched on a lot, but especially the writing, I mentioned it almost in every scene, I feel like, but just excellently done writing. So kudos to not only the writer of the book, but the same guy who wrote the script did a great job. I knew seeing that in the opening credits that the same person who wrote the book it's based off of wrote the script for this. I knew that it was going to be in good hands. And so if he's written any other movies, I definitely want to check those out, because really loved the script of this one and how they handled all of the high points and the low points and the deep things and kind of the surface level things. I think it treated all of them with great respect and great professionalism, and so just a fantastic movie overall. So glad this one won the poll and I got to see it. Certainly did not expect to go through the range of emotions that I went through watching it, but definitely a very memorable experience. Definitely one that I would want to rewatch a lot. And one acting performance that was great as well was Paul Rudd. I didn't really mention him in the post analysis here, but his role in this was a lot smaller than I expected when seeing his name in the opening credits there, because I thought he was going to be a major player. But even just in his small role, role. I think he did a fantastic job, and that's par for the course for him. He's great in everything that I've seen him in. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me for this one, and hopefully I made sense while I was watching it, and hopefully I was coherent enough by the end there. Definitely difficult to comment sometimes when you have all these other emotions that the film brings up, but glad I got to experience this film with you all, and so I look forward to seeing you all in the next movie reaction, and so until then, peace.